Hello, this is Chetan Narula reporting for Cricket World, and I'm here to talk about the first 7-8 days of action of the 2017 edition of the Indian Premier League. And my current station is Delhi, of course. Behind me you can see the Firoz Shah Kotla. It's all decked up, much more than last week. Last week it was just about a few preparations in leading up to the tournament. Now it's like almost the finishing touch. Lots more activity, lots more cars in the parking lot. You have tapestries going on, lights, stands, policemen all working into action, security machines, everything in position for Delhi's opening home game, that is tomorrow, Saturday. They'll be taking on Kings 11 Punjab, and there's some practice going on right now behind me within the stadium, in fact, and it will be the last of the 8 opening ceremonies. This has been a feature for the IPL this season. Smallish opening ceremonies at each of the 8 venues, and this will be the last one. Yes, 8th day of the tournament, 9th day of the tournament, in fact, that'll be tomorrow, 9th day of the tournament, and the opening ceremonies are still going on, and that is what the IPL is. It's all about extravaganza along with some cricket, and we've seen some fireworks in the first week. But first of all, let's look at the table, how the table shapes up after a week's competition, roughly a week's competition. Almost all teams have played 3 games each, except Delhi Daredevils and Gujarat Lions, who have played just the 2 matches each. So looking at the table now, Kolkata Knight Riders, 3 matches, 4 points for them with 2 wins. Sunrisers Hyderabad, Kings 11 Punjab, and the Mumbai Indians. All these 4 teams tied on points, 4 points each from 3 games. They've had 2 victories each. But on the basis of run rate, in that order, they are Kolkata Knight Riders, Sunrisers Hyderabad, Kings 11 Punjab, and the Mumbai Indians. Delhi Daredevils, obviously they've played just the 2 matches. They have 2 points from 1 victory. Royal Challengers Bangalore, they've played 3 matches. Rising Pune Supergiant, they've played 3 matches. So both Bangalore and Pune have played 3 matches, but they have had 2 losses each in this first week. So they are 6th and 7th in the table, and the last spot is for the table toppers from last year, that is Gujarat Lions, who have lost both their opening games. So what has been the problem with Gujarat Lions? It's more to do with their all-India attack. I mean, none of the other IPL teams have gone in with just an all-India attack, Indian pacers, Indian spinners. What they've been hit hard is by the absence of somebody like Dwayne Bravo and Ravindra Jadeja, who provide that balance. Both of them fantastic cricketers with both the bat and ball, but it's with the ball that they're really missing. Both Bravo and Jadeja. Bravo can really mix it up in the death overs in the T20 format, and at the other end you have Ravindra Jadeja, who really keeps it tight irrespective of the format, and both of them obviously mercurial all-rounders in themselves. So Gujarat Lions really missing a certain balance. Suresh Raina, he's coming back to cricket after 3-4 months. He's not really looked on the pace of the game as such. Was it a mistake to still keep him as captain? It remains to be seen, but they can still turn it around. Lot of quality in that side. Suresh Raina, Brendan McCullum, Aaron Finch, Dwayne Smith, Jason Roy, Dinesh Karthik. I mean, there's just so much quality in that side that they just need somebody like a Jadeja to come back, or Bravo to come back in the latter half of the tournament, and they'll perhaps start recreating magic. Also, perhaps need to revisit their bowling combination and how they pick their 4 overseas players. That is going to be important. For the rest of the teams, we can look at Kolkata Knight Riders. They have an immense balance of pace and spin, as we saw last night. That's Thursday night against Kings 11 Punjab, playing nearly 6 bowlers. They even have the luxury of Sunil Narine coming and opening the batting for them and winning the man of the match, scoring 37 runs, and then he had figures of 1 for 19 before that as well. So an all-round performance that really signifies what sort of quality Kolkata Knight Rider or KKR possess. Sunrisers, Kings 11, Mumbai Indians. Mumbai Indians didn't really start well. They were slow to start off with, losing to Pune in their opening game. But since then, they've gone back to Mumbai, their home ground, Wankhede, and there's a synergy about that stadium. There's a bit of energy in the crowd there at the Wankhede, and it has really spurred on the Mumbai Indians. And the game that the game that they won against Kolkata Knight Riders over there, some 60-odd runs were needed on the last 3 overs, and Hardik Pandya, what a finish that was. Kolkata Knight Riders fielding has let them down, but they're still top of the table with good batting and bowling resources at their disposal. But Mumbai Indians, that was the pick of the week, the game of the week, with Hardik Pandya taking his side home. Another feature of that game was perhaps poor umpiring decisions, which has also been a regular feature in this first week of the IPL. So poor fielding and a bit of poor umpiring, the two standout features, which is apart from the batting, the bowling. So these are the two features of this first week of the IPL as well. Talking about Kings 11 and Sunrisers Hyderabad, Sunrisers Hyderabad really just picking up from where they left off last season, and again they're looking a very, very good side. The runs are coming from their top order, from their middle order, and the bowlers are just egged on, just charging in as well. A good combination overall. I think the team to watch out is Kings 11 Punjab. Glenn Maxwell is looking very, very good. He's just carrying on from the India-Australia series, really. We just saw a completely different facet of him in those last two tests in Ranchi and Dharamshala. And with this captaincy, there's a bit more maturity about him. There's a bit more adventurism is still there, but that maturity is being factored in a lot. And it's really helping Kings 11 Punjab. It looks really all-round side, a good balance. Hashim Amla firing at the top, and they have a good balance of overseas players, in there as well. So I think they are the team to watch out for. They've made a good start as well. Never mind that they lost to Kolkata Knight Riders just last night. That's Thursday night once again. Kolkata Knight Riders, bit of a bogey team for them. And obviously Kolkata also playing at home at Eden Garden, so that home factor bit is also there. So it remains to be seen how they, buck up now again in their next game, Kings 11 Punjab, which is in Delhi on Saturday night. And that'll be Delhi Daredevils' first home game. So Daredevils, well, again, a bit of slow start for them. Lost against Royal Challengers Bangalore in their opening game. Could not chase a 158-run target. I mean, that's really, really sad because, Bangalore is a ground. Chinnaswamy Stadium is a ground where you can always count on chasing something like 180 or even 200 for that matter. So to restrict Bangalore at this point of time to 158 and then not really get there and get those 2 points, and it's more sad because Rishabh Pant, I mean, what can you say, 19 years old, lost his father just 2 days before that game, which was last weekend, came out to bat, came out to play, scored a magnificent 50, 37 ball, 56 runs for him. The first ball he hit was 6, and he really wanted to win that game. And the only thing was that there was nobody else at the other end who could really stay on throughout the innings and give him a bit of support and build a bit of partnership and let him do the rest. And when he walked off, and you could just see how sad he was, and his face really told the story. So that's the sad aspect of Delhi not beating Bangalore in Bangalore. For Royal Challengers Bangalore, well, they're missing the big players, Mitchell Starc and Virat Kohli. They made the big decision of dropping Chris Gayle in their last game as well. AB de Villiers, though, is back. And today, they will also have, that's Friday the 14th, they will also have the services of Virat Kohli. So that's the big news of the first week. Virat Kohli has been ruled fit to participate in this tournament. We have also seen Umesh Yadav come back yesterday evening against Kings 11 Punjab. So the rested and the partly injured players are starting to come back. AB de Villiers came back earlier this week. So it could really spur on Royal Challengers Bangalore. Rising Pune Super Giants, well, good start for them. Mumbai Indians, they beat Mumbai Indians, and then since then they have lost 2 matches. I think the bigger defeat was against Delhi. They conceded 200 runs on their home ground. It was a good batting track, and Sanju Samson coming on, scoring the first 100 of this tournament. We'll talk about Sanju Samson in just a bit, but the big miss there was Steve Smith, who had a bit of a stomach infection. I don't know what it is about Australian batsmen and getting and stomach infections in Pune. Maybe they eat a bit of vada paos, a bit of bhaji, which doesn't really sit well with them for breakfast or a lunch. We had Matt Renshaw getting a bit of a Delhi belly there during the first test in February, and Steve Smith now laid low, but he'll be back. He'll be back for the next game, which should be good news for the Rising Pune Super Giant. There's a bit of criticism going against MS Dhoni at the moment. Steve Smith scored a good half century in the first game, and after that one of the owners just came out on social media And I think it was the brother of the owner of Rising Pune Supergiant who came out, Mr. Goenka, who just came out and let it rip against MS Dhoni, that, you know, Steve Smith is a better player, better captain. I think it was a bit disrespectful, especially when you see what Dhoni has achieved in his career. And obviously this is an unpredictable format. So just after one game, after one victory, you cannot say, oh, he's a better captain, he's a better batsman. No, it's a team game, because it's still 13 matches to go in the season. You want the team to do well, and you cannot do so without the performances or contributions of MS Dhoni. Even if he's not captain, even if he's just a batsman and a keeper, he is an invaluable member of the squad. It's a bit disrespectful and doesn't really sit well with the dressing room when a senior player is admonished in public by the owners or relatives of the owners on social media. Yeah, so that was one point. But yes, talking about Sanju Samson, coming back to cricket, talking about Sanju Samson, what a brilliant 100, the first 100. Really got a good start, didn't really get bogged down. Delhi scoring 62 in the power plays, which is the highest since 2013 for them. And he really moved, you know, just really carried on. Really played Imran Tahir and Adam Zampa in the middle overs really well. Ben Stokes also had a good spell there, and so he was subdued in that middle spell, but then made up for it, 51 runs of just 20 balls. The second 51 runs of just 20 odd balls, and he scored the first 100 of this IPL season. It was a timely knock for Sanju Samson. He's a bit down on form in the last couple of years. He was chosen for the ODI squad for India in 2014, the England tour. They did not play a game there, but it just showed that he was high in the pecking order, and the selectors had their eye on him. Since then, it's not really happened for him. There are others like Manish Pandey and Karun Nair who've come up in different formats. Even Shreyas Iyer was called up as a substitute, as a possible substitute or a backup, in fact, for Virat Kohli in the last test against Australia in Dharamshala. So there have been others who've been coming up. Rishabh Pant has made his T20 debut as well. So it just shows that how far back Sanju Samson has fallen, and there were a lot of disciplinary issues around him, a lot of off-field news that he was garnering, and he just really needs to concentrate on his cricket. The good thing, he has somebody like Rahul Dravid in his corner, both as his India A coach and as mentor here at Delhi Daredevils, and really he's got the start. He's looking for 100 in just the second game of this IPL, and IPL performances count a lot in terms of selection criteria for the ODIs and the T20s. So he really just needs to get his head down and build on this start. So what were the other highlights of this first week? I think we've discussed pretty much everything except a couple of pointers here and there, such as Mumbai Indians chasing down 179 in fact, and Hardik Pandya playing a handsome role there. It was, I think, the match of the first week. They didn't really look like winning that game, but Hardik Pandya, he's been in terrific form himself, hasn't he? In the first game against Pune, he scored 20-30 odd of just 7-9 deliveries, and really gave Mumbai a fillip. Took them to 180 odd from a poor start. And then in the second game, he really took them across the finish line. So Pandya has been doing well, and Krunal Pandya obviously also starting to get into his groove. So the Pandya brothers to watch out for going ahead. Chris Lynn, I think, was the batsman of the week with that belligerent start. Mumbai chasing down, against Gujarat Lions, Kolkata Knight Riders. Well, you can just hear that music, if you can at all. That is the practice for the opening ceremony in Delhi tomorrow. Coming back, yes, it was against Gujarat Lions in the third game of the season. Kolkata Knight Riders chasing it down, 184 for no loss. They were chasing 184, so 184 for no loss. Chris Lynn really setting the stage alight. The sad part is that he's injured his shoulder while fielding in Bombay. So there's a bit of a cloud whether he'll be able to participate in the rest of the tournament. Sunil Narine opened the innings against Kings 11 Punjab, and while he did well, won the man of the match doing so, Kolkata Knight Riders will be hoping that Chris Lynn, and everybody else also will be hoping, because he's such an entertainer, everybody else will also be hoping that Chris Lynn gets fit quickly and comes back into the tournament. A few other highlights, obviously Sanju Samson's 100, and Steve Smith also scoring a few runs. We had Manish Pandey scoring runs for Kolkata Knight Riders. And in terms of bowling, well, yes, there's one bowler in particular that we need to talk about, and that's Rashid Khan of Sunrisers Hyderabad, the first Afghanistan player to feature in the Indian Premier League. He's part of the two players who were bought by Sunrisers Hyderabad, two Afghanistan players, but he became the first one to play or feature in this tournament. And what a tournament he's been having! He's just really bamboozled just about every opposition that he's come against. The other night I was watching Sunrisers Hyderabad versus Mumbai in Mumbai. Mumbai won that game, but even with a wet ball, Mumbai has the Wankhede Stadium has a lot of dew in the evening around 9-10 p.m. Even at this time of the year especially, so even with a wet ball, he just gave away 19 runs and picked up a wicket in 4 overs. So that was exceptional bowling, really. And he is already an early contender for the purple cap, that is for the most wickets. So it's really brilliant to see that a cricketer from an associate nation can come and participate in the best T20 league, franchisee league in the world, in world cricket, in front of full stadiums, in front of crowd that really appreciate and love cricket. And just that is what the spirit of cricket is all about. When maybe Afghanistan have been denied their share in terms of Test cricket or ODI cricket, in terms of international cricket, really. But here is an opportunity. The IPL signifies opportunity. So he's got the opportunity, he's been given the opportunity, and he's made a mark for himself and for Afghanistan. It's just been the first week of the tournament. Obviously, he's the bowler of the week so far. So it's just been the first week of the tournament, and I'm sure that we'll hear more about Rashid Khan as the 2017 season of the IPL progresses forward. This is Chetan Narula signing off. For the moment, I'll see you with a roundup of week 2 next week.